Hello students, welcome to SR Concepts. I am Ravi Verma, and in this video we are going to discuss the next topic of your chapter, that is sound, and the topic's name is amplitude, time period and frequency of a vibration. This topic is given on page number 164 on page number 164 in your NCERT textbook. So before understanding the amplitude, the time period and the frequency of a vibration, we should understand first what is vibration. Distance regarding vibration we have discussed already in class 6th, that vibration is a rapid oscillatory motion. And what is oscillatory motion? In a oscillatory motion, something is moving beyond about a mean position to and fro, right? So something is moving like this to and fro, then it is an oscillatory motion. So a rapid oscillatory motion is called vibration. Here the definition of vibration is also written. Vibration is defined as a rapid to and fro or up and down movement of an object about a mean position. So for example, let's talk about a pendulum. You know that pendulum has a weight hanging with the thread. If we give a little push to it, what will happen? That it will move like this. First it will go in this direction, then it will go in this direction, then again it will come in this direction. So this movement, such kind of movement is called oscillation, and if it is rapid, then it will be called vibration. Dear students, sound is also a type of wave running through the vibrating particles of a medium. Means when the particles of a medium are vibrating in the form of a wave, then it is actually a sound. So we can say sound is a longitudinal wave in which the particles are vibrating beyond a mean position, right? So the sound is also a type of vibration or a wave in which the particles are vibrating. So sound also has its own frequency, its amplitude and its time period. First of all, let's understand the meaning of all these terms. Dear students, what is a simple pendulum? We have already discussed. And what is the vibration? We have already discussed. Suppose a pendulum is vibrating like this, right? Then what will be the meaning of frequency, amplitude and time period? Let's understand about this. First of all, frequency means the number of oscillations completed by an object, by a vibrating object in a particular unit of time. Or for example, suppose the pendulum is vibrating 2 times in a second. So we can say that frequency of this pendulum is 2 oscillations per second. And do you know students, if an object is vibrating 1 time in 1 second, then its frequency is 1 hertz. So this hertz is a unit of frequency. So the frequency is actually expressed in the unit hertz, and hertz means the vibration in which there is one vibration per second. Now, dear students, as you know that sound is also a wave in which particles are vibrating. So we can say that sound also has certain frequency. Okay, so the frequency of sound and pitch of sound are associated, or we can say have certain relation with each other. What is written here? If sound waves have high frequency, the sound has high pitch and the sound is said to be shrill. So if the particles are vibrating very fast or they have very high frequency, if the frequency of sound waves is very much, then the pitch of the sound will be high and they will have a shrillness in the sound. And if the frequency is low, then the pitch will be low and the sound will be gruff. So if frequency is high, pitch will be high, the sound will be shrill. If frequency is low, pitch will be low and the sound will be gruff. So we can say that women and children produce a sound of high frequency. This is why their sound is of high pitch and sound is means the voice is shrill. Now let's talk about amplitude. What is amplitude? The maximum displacement of a wave on either side from mean position is called amplitude. Thus amplitude shows how far a vibrating object moves from a mean position. So suppose, dear students, this is a pendulum, right? And this is its mean position. This is the mean position or the intermediate position, we can say. And what is amplitude? The distance traveled by the vibrating object on either side of its mean position is called amplitude. So this maximum distance, this distance which a vibrating object is moving on one side of its mean position or its middle position, right? This distance is called amplitude. So for example, you are playing a tabla. Suppose this is a tabla or this is a drum, and this is the skin. This is the skin over the tabla or the drum. When you hit the tabla, what happens? It starts vibrating like this, right? This moves up and down, up and down. So this much distance on one side of the middle position is called amplitude. So dear students, the loudness of sound depends on the amplitude. The higher, the longer, or the larger the amplitude, the higher the loudness. When the amplitude of a sound wave is long, then the sound is loud. Sounds with short amplitude are soft or they are low in loudness. Loudness is proportional to the square of the amplitude. Means loudness is proportional to square of the amplitude. This means that if amplitude is doubled, then the loudness increases 4 times. So if you increase the amplitude of a sound wave and do it doubled, right, then the loudness of the sound will become 4 times, right? Okay, so normal conversation has a loudness of 60 decibel, right, while noise becomes physically painful when it is above 80 decibel, right? Decibel is a unit of measuring loudness of the sound. So decibel is a unit which expresses sound. Now let's talk about time period. The time taken by a vibrating body for one complete vibration is known as time period of the vibration, and it is denoted by T. So suppose a membrane is vibrating like this, up and then down, right? So this is the complete vibration. So the time taken to complete one vibration is called time period, right? So if something is vibrating, right, so the time taken to complete one vibration is called the time period, right? And it is denoted by capital T. And there is a relation between the frequency and time period, that capital T is equal to 1 by frequency. So we can say capital T is equal to 1 by frequency, right? And frequency is expressed by small f. So we can say that the time period and frequency are reciprocal to each other. Now there is another characteristic of a sound, that is called timbre or quality of the sound. Students, the sound of different instruments have different quality, and this is why we can identify them differently, right? In the same way, the sound of different human beings are also different. This is because of different quality or different timbre of the sound. So what is written here? The quality of a sound is that property by virtue of which two sounds of the same pitch and loudness produced by two different musical instruments or people can be distinguished. So suppose if two boys are speaking and producing the voice with the same pitch and loudness, yet their voices can be identified or differentiated, we can say. This is because of different quality of the sound or different type of the sound, or we can say the different timbre of the sound. So dear students, this is all for this video. In the next video we will be discussing about the speed of the sound, right? Speed of the sound and audible and inaudible sounds, and then we will discuss about what is noise pollution and what are the measures to limit the noise pollution. Thank you so much for watching this video.